Hello and welcome to week 2, students. This is the week that you get to create your own content for future assignments. You do so by responding to provocative and challenging prompts, questions, and activities. All of these items, all of these questions, prompts, and activities are focused on real life. To be specific, if you are in my Philosophy 1301, my survey course, Intro to Philosophy, we are focusing on the COVID-19 pandemic. If you're in Philosophy 2306, a philosophy class that focuses on one branch of philosophy, that is ethics, we are focusing on the killing of George Floyd and the aftermath that has followed. The thing is, I want this philosophy class, whether it's ethics or my survey course, to have a real impact on you. But for that to happen in a meaningful way, we need to work as a team. I've done my part in creating the foundational writing assignment and lots of instructional videos and lots of examples. Some good, some bad. The bad ones we'll still learn from, and that's the point, of course. But now we need you to do your part. With that in mind, I want to iterate that it is vital that you give yourself at least 2 hours to work through all of the written instructions and the videos. And that's just to read what the assignment is, using the videos that I provide to learn what it is that I want. So that's before you even start, that's not including the time you need to write. So reading the assignment, some of it I tell you to read along with me, and then following all of the instructional videos and taking notes. That in and of itself is going to take you about 2 hours. I have broken those videos down into about, depending on which class you're in, into about 8 or 10 smaller videos. So you don't do all 2 hours at the same time. Make sure that you're taking clear, accurate, and precise notes while you watch the videos. They contain missing requirements, missing information, lessons, and definitions that you must apply and keep in mind while working through your writing assignments. They also include tips and warnings. Keep in mind that while you might have done well in the past on writing assignments, the expectations I have could be very different from anything that you've ever experienced when it comes to writing assignments. Hence, what has worked for you in the past for doing well on writing assignments may not work for you here. After all, the future does not always resemble the past. One of my summer students learned this the hard way. He said he had scanned the written assignments and based just on that and what he felt, he had a good thought, came to the conclusion that he had a good sense. And again, this is just from scanning and the feeling based on a scan, that he decided he had a good sense of what I wanted in this very assignment. It turns out he did not produce usable content, and he ended up struggling the remainder of the semester in 6 other assignments that draw from this one because he did not create more usable content. And why? Because he did not pay attention to all of the instructional videos and examples. So the question is, how well did this strategy work for him? Just scanning some of the stuff, some of the written assignments and ignoring the video instructions? Not very well. Did he really have all he needed to do well in the assignment? No. He never even listened to the instructional videos that go with this assignment. Hence, he didn't make certain moves that I didn't include as expectations in the written document. He made mistakes, in fact, and created errors or committed errors that I specifically warned against and exemplified in some of the instructional videos. Well, I'm not trying to scare you, I promise. I'm just trying to iterate how important it is to always read everything I write and how important it is to follow carefully and closely anything I say in all of the videos. So in the next part of this video, which will be maybe 1 to 2 minutes long, I'm going to just give you an overview of the links that you're going to see in the bundle, because I really don't want you to miss any of that. So let's spend just 1 or 2 more minutes together. Okay, so I am in one of my Blackboards. This happens to be the ethics one, but it also happens that the survey course 1301 looks just like this. Keep in mind that this week's assignment is 10% of your course grade. This is going to be one of the highest, this is going to be one of the assignments, learning assignments or assignments that counts for the biggest portion of your grade. And this is for both classes. If you're in my intro class, you have another written assignment that counts for 10%. If you're in my ethics class, this is the assignment that counts for most. And it makes sense since this is a foundational assignment that is used for so much more in the class. So of course you are here because you are watching the video that I instructed you to watch and starting before you start week 2. So whatever class you're in, you're going to see a link or see an item that says get the written and video-based instructions for the assignment. Make sure that you're always reading through everything. You wouldn't want to miss these links here, for these are the documents that you need to follow when getting lessons on how to complete this assignment. This has the content, this has the how. If at all possible, please print them. Your notes are more likely to be precise, accurate, and usable if you do so. You can see after that I have a step 2. Follow instructional videos that go with the first download. So I do tell you which download to use, and I'm going to correct that by the time you see that. So if I say first download, I mean the one here. And again, this is why you don't want to rush and you want to be focused. If you're just quickly going down and you go to right there, then you say, well, what download? Where's the download? You don't want to waste your time taking time out of your day to send me an email or text saying, where's the downloads? All you had to do was go slowly to make sure you didn't miss anything. So you download these things. Make sure you do not have any, that you don't have any blocking on pop-ups. Introduction to how we're going to use argument in this class, a 14-minute lesson. So you'll click here. If you are not able to get the video to work, it could be that you're using Internet Explorer. Never ever use Internet Explorer for anything in this class. I recommend Firefox, and then I recommend Google, and then I recommend Safari. But by far, Firefox has been the best for me. I'm usually using an Apple. I'm either on an Apple laptop or a Mac or a desktop computer. So getting the videos to work is very important. You'll click on here and then you'll get the first lesson. Then you'll get the next part and the next part and the next part. Instead of creating one long video, you can see I've chunked it into sections. But all of these are connected to and require the use of the first download. Then you can see that there is a task 2A step 3. This is where we go over the how and the examples of what you will be writing. This is the what. So these are the specific questions and prompts where you apply what you learned in here. So step 2 is focused on the how to get something done. And then step 3 is focused on the what. So here you're applying what you learned up here. Again, make sure you read through each and every single one of these and that you don't miss any important links here. I do give you a heads up on the length of these videos. You'll notice that the second set of videos are much shorter. And then last but not least, you're going to submit your response here. Make sure that you click on this link for another important video that provides all of this information, and you will read this on your own. I do want to emphasize, because I forgot to mention this in the video for ethics, that when you are submitting your response, I want all of your responses in one submission. Do not do separate independent submissions for each item. All of you have at least 4 items to respond to in the foundational writing assignment articulated in your second document that you download. Again, do not submit 4 different times, 1 time for each response. I want all of your responses submitted all at once. Make sure you follow the instructions here so that you don't get deducted for submitting incorrectly. And last but not least, don't forget to always follow what I say in here. Okay, you're ready to start week 2. Enjoy.